At the beginning of the episode, we see a girl whose clothes are torn, and it looks like she's running away from some thugs. Then we're shown Sakura's scene. These people are heading out somewhere for the weekend, they've been invited there. Suo and Nirei are also part of this group. Sakura is feeling shy, which is understandable since he's nervous about the meetup. This is all pretty normal. Nirei explains that Tsubaki invited them, saying she has a favorite restaurant she wants to visit. Apparently, she really loves sweets. Based on the situation, Suo asks Nirei, "Hey, what happened to your face? Did someone hit you? You can tell me, you know." Nirei replies, "Oh no, it's nothing like that. I just fell, that's all." Sakura responds, "You fell? And Suo was with you at that time?" Nirei hurriedly pushes Sakura away, saying, "Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go." As they walk, Nirei says, "We need to take a left from here and keep going straight." Suo asks, "Are you sure we're going the right way?" Nirei says, "Obviously, yes. Where else would it be?" But then they notice there are lots of clubs and bars around, and the street is called Key Street, which shocks them and makes them blush out of embarrassment. It's a place meant for adults. There are many maid cafes around, and in one of them, a girl refers to Sakura as "master," which really embarrasses both Sakura and Nirei. Suo calmly says, "We don't need this. We're underage. We can't drink." They enter a narrow alley, and Nirei says, "I think we should get out of here. I feel like I made a mistake. We should confirm with Tsubaki." But Sakura insists, "Are you crazy? We're not leaving. We'll keep going." Suddenly, the same girl from earlier jumps down from above and kind of lands on Sakura. They both fall to the ground. Sakura is startled. The girl apologizes, asking, "Are you okay? Did you get hurt?" The group notices that her clothes are torn and she's bleeding. They ask her if she's alright and what happened, but she runs off, saying, "I'm sorry, I have to leave." Just then, some people appear from the front. One of them says, "No matter how much money I spend, it's never worth it. I was told to bring a girl, but I'm not even getting paid well. Why is that?" These guys surround the girl and ask, "Are these your friends?" She quickly replies, No, they're not my friends. I don't even know them." But Sakura stands up and says, "Yes, we are her friends. What are you going to do about it?" The man responds, "This kid doesn't even know who he's messing with. Normally, you wouldn't survive, but today I'm feeling generous. Just hand the girl over peacefully, and we won't fight." The girl says, Okay, there's no need to fight. I'll come with you." Nirei and Tsubaki try to stop her. Sakura says, "Yeah. And what if she doesn't go with you? What will you do then?" The man says, "People like you waste my time, and I don't even get paid enough for it." Sakura tells Suo, "You look after Nirei and the girl. I'll handle these guys." Nirei is both upset and inspired by this and says, "No, I can take care of myself. You two should focus on the fight." Sakura responds, "Look, Nirei, there's no need for that." But Suo cuts in, "Enough, Sakura. You heard Nirei. Let's trust him." Sakura remembers what Kotowa told him, that he should trust the people around him. So this time, they put their trust in Nirei. Finally, the fight begins. It's a really cool action sequence. You can watch the entire fight scene on Telegram, I've uploaded the episode there. The fight is intense. Suddenly, one of the guys runs toward Nirei, and understandably, Nirei gets scared. Sakura starts to run to save him, but then remembers what Suo said, to trust Nirei. So he focuses on his own fight. Meanwhile, Nirei stands his ground while the guy keeps charging at him. He remembers Suo's advice to keep his eyes open. At the last moment, he ducks down, and the attacker falls. Then we get a flashback to when Nirei was walking home with Suo. Suo had said, "Should we go home together?" Nirei recalls how happy he felt that Sakura was feeling better now. You might remember the cafe moment when they were joking around, and Sakura smiled for the first time. That moment was special for all of them. As they're talking about it, Suo says, "Okay, Sakura's story is kind of sorted out. What about you? You've been acting weird since this morning." Nirei confesses that he wants to stay with Sakura and help him. He made a promise to help Sakura reach the top of Furin, but he hasn't been able to do much. Still, he wants to support him. When Nirei first met Sakura, Sakura told him he wasn't useless, that he was a capable person. Nirei says he wants to live up to those words and stay by his side. So he asks Suo, "Will you please teach me how to fight? I'm begging you." Suo replies, "You need to work on your self-esteem, but alright. Before we start fighting, you need to learn self-defense. You'll have to try really hard. So get all the necessary bandages and stuff ready." Later, they meet again, and Suo says, "Let's start your self-defense training. But wouldn't it be amazing if we could beat our opponents just using self-defense?" Nirei asks, "Is that really possible?" Suo smiles and replies, "Let's find out." "Alright then, let's become a pill bug. Do you know how to do that?" "I'll show you," says Suo. "Now put that book down and try to punch me." Nirei says, "What?" Suo replies, "Don't worry, nothing will happen." Nirei charges at him and tries to punch him. Suo explains that most people, when trying to punch, target the face. That's why if you suddenly duck down, they lose control of their legs and can't handle the sudden obstacle, often falling flat on their faces. But Suo doesn't let Nirei fall and catches him in time. Nirei says, "You should have told me all this beforehand." Suo says, "Practical learning is more effective, right?" Nirei gets excited and says, "This is amazing. Anyone can do this." But Suo tells him, "No, not everyone can. There's a condition to it." Just then, another guy comes to punch Nirei. Suo says, "You always have to keep your eyes open. Never close your eyes." We're shown the earlier scene again. Nirei didn't close his eyes and used the move effectively, causing the attacker to fall. But another attacker appears, and Suo saves Nirei, saying, "Not yet, he's still in training." These are really cool scenes. Suo and Sakura are both fighting impressively. Sakura sees the technique and gets excited, saying, "If he can do it, then I can too." When two guys charge at him, he ducks, and they punch each other instead. Sakura is fighting everyone. One guy tries to attack him, and Sakura kicks him down. All the attackers are taken care of. Nirei sits down and says, "Sorry, I got a bit too relieved." Suo reassures him, saying, "Don't worry. You did great for your first time." Sakura says, "That's a dangerous technique you taught him." Suo responds, "Yeah, it's the pill bug strategy." Nirei says, "But when you do it, it looks so cool. I must have looked silly." Sakura says, "No, you didn't look silly at all." Then they ask the girl why those guys were chasing her. Just then, a man in a suit attacks them, but Suo and Sakura block him. They quickly realize that this guy is on a different level, super strong and really angry because Shizuka got hurt, and her beautiful skin was damaged. The girl's name is Shizuka, and she works here. The man doesn't listen to reason, but Shizuka slaps him and says, "Why don't you ever listen to me? These people didn't harm me, they saved me." She scolds him, saying, "You always act without thinking, attacking people randomly." Then we're told their backstory. Shizuka sings at a nearby club, and the man is a waiter there. His name is Nakamura. While they're talking, Sakura feels embarrassed, wondering why everyone is so lovey-dovey these days. Suddenly, someone sneaks up behind them. Sakura pushes his friends aside and gets ready to fight, but someone else takes the attacker down first. A whole gang shows up. Nakamura says, "Sorry, I messed up." Nirei is shocked, saying, "So many people just showed up." Shizuka says, "Don't worry, they're all on our side." They ask, "Wow, you took down those guys all by yourself?" Nakamura replies, No, these people took care of them." They apologize, saying, "Because of our chairman's mistake, you had to suffer." They ask, "Who's the chairman?" It turns out Nakamura is the chairman of the gang Rapu Ikiza. Nirei is shocked, "Rapu Ikiza?" Nakamura says that there's been an ongoing violent feud between Rapu Ikiza and Furin. When Nirei hears that, he panics, thinking they'll find out he's from Furin. But Nakamura stays chill. He says, "Oh, you're from Furin. That's cool. You guys are really strong. Especially you saved our lives right after meeting us. I like you, man. You're tough and skilled." Sakura gets embarrassed and says, No, I didn't save you. You were just in my way, so I moved you aside." Shizuka then asks, "You're from Furin. Do you know Tsubaki?" Nirei replies, "Wait, you know Tsubaki?" She says, "Actually, we work together at the same club. She performs on stage there." They all head to the club, where we see the most cringe scene humanity could witness. One guy is dancing like a girl. This is the kind of thing I don't like. I'd rather skip or delete this part. Sakura expresses exactly how I feel, like, what's going on? And the episode ends right there. Next episode will come next week. If you liked the video, do like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.